Look, I got enemies, got a lot of enemies, got a lot of people trying to drain me of my energy. They trying to take away from a nigga.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy, the Ghost with the most. Xbox all day, every day. You heard? Well, today, guys, I just want to read some shit to y'all. Now, here we go. Killzone Shadowfall, aka Killzone Shadowfall, runs at 1080p 30 frames per second, multiplayer 720p. They got sued for that. NAC 1080p 30 frames per second. You know that everybody was hyped up with Infamous Second Son. 1080p also 30 frames per second. Now when you look at this, Drive Club, we all know, got a little pushback because Forza Motorsport 5 was 1080p locked in 60 frames per second. Then they also came out with a Forza Horizon 2 1080p 30 frames per second. Now Drive Club, aka Drive Club, was 1080p 30 frames per second. Now we know about The Last of Us. You know, they remastered that game and brought it back, and it's 1080p 30 frames per second. Now, you know, towards the holiday, Drive Club came out. They was kind of dry for a while, so Drive Club came out late, you know, with the little rain. You know how they bite off of, you know, Microsoft and shit with their card games. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. They came out with Little Big Planet 3, aka Little Shit Planet. Also was 1080p 30 frames per second. Makes you think now. Looking at this console, it's a lot of 30 frames per second exclusive games. Now, when you think about this, guys, they pushed back the Order 1886 and Bloodborne towards the following year. So make it look like they had exclusive games coming. And that's when a lot of, you know, Sony fanboys was talking trash. Oh, you're kind of dry. But I recall us playing, we got, we got Ori and the Blind Forest, you know, that Scream Ride, I wasn't into that. And I remember State of Decay playing, you know, I was playing, so it wasn't dry for me, and we had third-party games. So it wasn't kind of dry. But anyway, let's get back to the list. That's neither here nor there. You know, the Order 1886, you know, I recall too, guys, if y'all feel me, some Sony fanboy was like, if it ain't 1080p 60 frames, it's death. It's death. Okay, there must be a lot of Sony fanboys that are dead, because definitely the Order 1886 is 800p 30 frames. It's a good looking game, but it's 800p 30 frames per second. Now Bloodborne also is 1080p 30 frames per second. Now let's get down to business. Now, you know, Ratchet and Clank, they pushed it back to next year, 1080p 30 frames, because the movie's coming out. Also, you know, Nathan Drake, they didn't show nothing of that. They didn't show nothing of God of War remastered. They did show Horizon, but we got no date on it. And you know also that game is going to be 1080p 30 frames per second. God of War remastered, they're not really going to remaster it, so y'all know that that's going to be 1080p 30 frames per second. And the Nathan Drake remastered, it's definitely going to be 1080p 30 frames per second. Now this is how I feel. They say that this console is 1080p 60 frames, supposedly, like Sony said in their review. And a lot of these big exclusive games, I'm not talking about indies, and I'm definitely not talking about sport games. That's neither here nor there, you know what I mean? 1080p 60 frames, because that's easily can be done on those. But I'm saying for their big time exclusives, you know, that makes you want to really buy this console. Where's your 1080p 60 frames per second really at? Locked in 60 frames. Well, I'll tell you like this, guys. Let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It's your boy Ghost Rider 730, and I'm just saying, guys, like, what's happening? I didn't hear nothing of God of War, and I didn't hear nothing about Nathan Drake, and a lot of shit. They ain't even going to Gamescom, remember that. So let's see, guys, what they got in store. God bless, guys, and Xbox all day, every day, you heard?